This is Brew Crime News.
Your daily news, once monthly. Here are your hosts,
JT
and Mike.
Welcome to Brew Crime News, where we deliver your daily news monthly. I'm JT. I'm just happy that we're here. I'm here.
Yes, and I'm Mike, and we have a special guest.
I'm Jen from our True Crime Podcast.
Woohoo!
Hi.
I sent a message out and I said, Jen, do you want to come on? And she was like, what time? And I was like, now time?
I said, let me go to the bathroom and get some water and I'll be down. Of course. I'm always up for a good time.
What you didn't
Party
see
girl.
was Mike and I on this side going, yeah.
Well, that makes me feel good. Thanks, guys. I'm excited.
Oh
love
my
being on
gosh,
your
we're
show.
happy that you're here. And if you notice, the opening is a little different, everybody. We've
It is.
kind of reorganized into Brew Crime News. So
Yes.
Yay for reorgs.
Woohoo! Well, we're going to start with science news.
all right, so we're going to open this up with a well-known figure and a shocking confession that was made, of course, anywhere else, the Kelly Clarkson show, because that's just what we do.
Nice.
Well, that's where you get all the news is Kelly
It is.
Clarkson.
It is. Kelly Clarkson. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? He actually that what's his name? What's that guy's name from The Office?
So Steve Carell, what's that?
Thank you, Steve Carell. He posted a photo with Kelly Clarkson, and the caption was his quote from 40-Year-Old Virgin. Kelly Clarkson. It was really funny.
Nice.
Anyways, all right. Neil
A fun movie.
deGrasse Tyson didn't dance around how he considered making dough in college. The astrophysicist, once an active dancer while at the University of Texas at Austin, told the talk show host, "Yeah, that's right, right?
What?
Right?
Dancing. Neil deGrasse.
Let's come back to that.
Okay. He was a performing member of 3 different dance companies before opening up about his career path. He took into consideration, quote, "I was still studying astrophysics, and I had fellow dancers who were making extra money because I needed money because we weren't paid much. And one of them said, why don't you come down with us? Because some of them danced at a strip club, a guy's strip club," Tyson said.
Nice.
So that kind of dancer. Wow.
Yeah. Well, no, he was like an actual like troupe
Oh,
dancer,
okay.
like an actual stage dancer. But this was another option. He said, so I went and I was cut and flex, and I could do, this is literally quote for quote, I was cut and flex. I could do a full split, but I went just to investigate. I wanted data first. That totally
Of
on
course. Yeah.
brand. He added that he was watching dancers come out with, quote, asbestos-lined jock straps that had been ignited with lighter
Oh.
fluid before performing an iconic 50s rock song, Great Balls of Fire.
That's hot.
Literally. All of if I was
I can't picture this.
if I was
know,
a woman
right?
at that show, somebody with asbestos lined jockstrap with their crotch on fire, not the person I choose to go home with.
No.
Tossing that out there. A one night stand that results in cancer. It's not fun.
No.
It can't be. He said, quote, "Let me just say, I'm embarrassed that only in that moment when I saw their genitals on fire did I say, maybe I should be a math tutor."
He would have made more money there, though.
I
Than
don't
a
know.
math tutor.
There is a lot of money. I mean, and I don't like math, so I would go with the genitals on fire before I do math. But I'm just trying to picture good old Neil out there on the dance floor in like a little Chippendales, or isn't that who Chippendale dancers, right?
Yeah,
And those
I mean,
little
for the most
outfits?
part.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a picture of him real quick that I can send you guys in.
Perfect. I
Zoom.
was just gonna look
Here we
too.
go.
So you look.
There he is. He's a
Oh,
he's a
wow.
handsome man.
He was. He was a very handsome dude with that mustache and that little
Oh
fro.
yeah, he is.
That's another one.
Okay, yeah, I can actually see it now.
Oh my gosh!
Like you
look at
see the
this.
guy now, right? And it's just like I don't get it, but I
Look
get
at
it.
that
there.
one.
Meow, yeah. Like straight up
Oh, no.
70s porn right there.
For real.
Wow. Yeah, he's cute. He's a nice looking man,
Yeah.
right?
Like good looking dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he is ripped. He was also a wrestler.
Really?
Yeah, here's one
Not
more.
like Andre
No,
the
like
Giant
high school wrestling.
like
He was team
wrestler.
captain.
That's nuts.
I like
You,
wrestlers.
you brought up him though, and because I had no idea about his dancing past, and I think it's crazy. Just Dexter Holland of Offspring, the band.
Yeah,
Everyone
Yeah.
knows him as that pop punk band. He
Yeah.
actually also is now an HIV scientist.
What?
Yeah, he does
That's awesome.
HIV research,
Good for
Wow.
him.
and he's got a PhD.
I've seen them. I've seen them live. They're really good live.
I
think
have
it's
not.
cool to look up celebrities or like musicians and stuff or whoever and be like, well, what else do you do? Because
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
always interesting. It's always a
Well,
fascinating
I'm
thing.
telling you, I would have never pegged Neil deGrasse Tyson as a dancer.
You've seen
Or
that
a
picture. I would
bombshell.
have pegged him.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I just got what you said, JT. It's a little late, but I got it. I saw that.
Oh damn.
You set him up and I try and hit him out of the park and usually strike out.
Yeah. No, that was a good one. That was, yeah. That's good.
Sorry,
My
Dad.
God, could you imagine if he was like the dancer, like the late night exotic dancer? I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
More power to
Um,
him, man.
So, Neil deGrasse Tyson decided not to be a stripper. That's the first story that we're starting with. So,
Well-
this show's going to be off the flippin' charts.
Well, I gotta say, just think what would have happened if people wouldn't have lit their crotch on fire. I mean, he could have.
Yeah. Well, we would have lost.
Could have been so beautiful.
We would have lost all understanding of the universe, and an entire generation would have gone without caring about astrophysics because I think he's really had a hand in that.
You could have had a hand at dancing too, but whatever.
That's
The
true.
world's-
Yeah.
I could have had a hand at. Nope, we're done. Okay. Moving
right.
on. Next.
All right. Well, moving on
story.
from Neil deGrasse Tyson and dancing, let's move to 12-year-old builds replica of Archimedes' death ray, and it works.
What?
Not from Legos? Is it from Legos?
A grade 8 student from Ontario, Canada, has helped to settle a long-standing historical debate by proving that a so-called death ray designed by ancient Greek polymath Archimedes could really have worked. So the weapon, which supposedly harnessed the sun's rays in order to incinerate enemy ships, is reported to have been deployed against the Roman Navy with deadly consequences. Yet researchers have yet to discern whether the ancient contraption really worked.
Apparently, now they know.
So to help resolve this dispute, a 12-year-old Brendan Senner built a scaled-down version of it and ultimately concluded that the concept works and could plausibly have been used in battle. Isn't that
So,
nuts?
Brendan, what did you do over Christmas break? Well,
I started
made
out burning
myself a
things
death
with a
ray.
magnifying glass. I mean, I made a death ray against my army men. I melted them with a magnifying glass.
Do you remember? I can't remember what show it was. I think it's Kids in the Hall. There's like a skit in Kids in the Hall where there's this guy and he like looks at people from
Crushing
far
my
away
head.
and he has his hands up and he goes, "I'm crushing you. I'm crushing your head. I'm
Crushing
crushing."
your
That was
head.
my death ray. When I was a kid, that was my death ray. And now they're actually
all I
dead.
had was my 2 fingers. Crushed everybody's head.
I've said that about a lot of things.
There's also a thing here saying that a team at Massachusetts or MIT, sorry, found that the Archimedes design could set a ship alight in just 11 minutes.
What a bright kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody
Keep an eye on him.
Take care of
that's
him.
for sure. Yeah.
we don't want him angry at the world. Just
Right?
tossing that out
Now
there.
that's the one with all the mirrors, right?
Yes.
think so.
Yeah. It's all about mirrors. Yeah.
You would
Each
have like,
mirror
all the
added-
soldier do the mirrors like a shield, and then right.
Like, yeah, it looks
I
like
think I saw
every
that on MythBusters.
Yes, they
sounds
did.
like
Something like that.
every mirror they added would add 2 degrees Celsius to 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And the more mirrors you stacked, the more you got.
Wow. So how many mirrors did this kid get? How many did he have?
know.
Doesn't say.
I can't find a picture of it that he built, but
I see. This is from I fucking love science.
only the best sources for everybody here.
Yeah. But yeah, so Archimedes' death ray is very plausible,
So
which is
plausible. It
crazy,
exists now.
right?
If there was an award for the perfect news story for Brew Crime Report, I think this would win.
Oh, yes?
And it starts out with guilty as charged. A teenage boy in Provo, Utah is facing charges after allegedly taping fish to various ATMs in the city and even a police car.
Yep, I heard about this one, and I love it.
What type of fish?
Here, there you go. I just sent a picture, one of the pictures. One photo showed 3 fish taped to a police car. Authorities told KSTU that they suspected the fish taping was done in innocent fun, but charged the teen with 2 misdemeanor counts of causing property damage back in December, mainly because cleaning up the fish carcasses off cars and ATMs started to cost money.
He was
After the
just
teen
doing
was-
it for the halibut.
It's
He's all about that bass.
Yeah,
a bunch of crappie.
he's got soul.
Crappie, I guess it is. Yeah. What kind of fish? I mean, I was thinking maybe like little goldfish, but that's a full on.
He like went to the fish market.
He
Yeah, he
did.
sure did.
So after the teen was referred to juvenile court, the case was officially closed. Officials told the station they did not know where the teen got the fish. The fish taping photos were uploaded to an Instagram account titled Fish Bandit 84, which has a tagline, "Live, laugh, tape fish on ATMs," and promises no fish were harmed in the process.
Oh, I beg to differ.
It's so funny. It's so
Yep.
wild. Just
It is kind of a harmless prank, right? I
Yeah.
mean, just the smell. I mean, you'll never get the smell out of a car if it was in the inside of the car, but
No, but I mean, yeah, it's so innocent. It doesn't matter. It's ridiculous. He's
I mean,
being
I guess
charged.
it's not innocent to the fish, but hopefully the fish
Fish was already dead, I'm
passed,
sure.
Yeah.
probably. You know, I want to know how long the policeman was driving his car around before he realized there were fish taped to it. That's what I think. That's why they referred him to juvenile court, because his pride was hurt.
Yeah, probably. He's lucky he didn't get shot because of messing with a cop car
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
in the
It's-
States.
It's fantastic.
Now I'm singing fish heads. Fish heads, fish heads.
Heads,
Roly,
roly,
Roly
roly,
poly
fish
fish
heads.
heads.
Well, this is so ridiculous because the last story kind of tied in a little bit, but this one ties in with ATMs. This is funny.
Oh.
So, Canadian football veteran Alex Bazzi faces arrest for alleged ATM break-in.
Okay.
So, ex-CFL player Alex Bazzi has found himself in legal trouble following an incident in Charleston, West Virginia. Local law enforcement accused Bazzi of trying to break into a drive-through ATM using a pickaxe and a tire iron early on Saturday morning.
Just
Sir,
small tools.
And this is just at the end of
You've got-
January.
Nobody will
he's got
notice.
2 things that you used to pry, but nothing to bang them into, and also
Yep.
it's impossible to get in those.
Probably, yeah.
Well, we know a pickaxe doesn't work now, so we'll have to pick another
Yeah. I
form.
wonder
to
if a
get into an
machete would
ATM.
work. I got one of those beside me.
Pickaxe. A pickaxe. Okay.
I mean, I've seen those suckers in other stories that we've covered, like pulled out and driven and dragged for like ever to a
Mhm.
like home, and there's still
Yeah.
there's no damage. I don't know what they make them out of, but really we ought to start making things that matter out of that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I've seen TikToks and stuff where they've bought them and
yes,
cut them open with saws, and it took a lot of work.
yes.
But yeah, he got the outer door open but couldn't get into the safe. And when he was arrested, he was charged with entry of a building and other than a dwelling, with the bail set at $100,000, although it hasn't gone to court yet. Yeah, and I know
Did he
him
say-
because he used to be a BC Lion. So
Did
my
he say
football team.
why he was doing it? I mean, was he mad at the bank, or is he just
He's
said,
probably
"Hey, I'm gonna
broke
get
now. That's my guess.
Doesn't pay a lot.
crime
So it
does
says
not
that
pay, you are
following
correct."
his CFL career, Bazzi transitioned into coaching, joining the University of Charleston coaching staff. Over following the recent incident, his profile has been removed from the Golden Eagles website. He's probably just come on hard times.
Yeah.
Happens a lot to former football players, especially ones that play in the CFL, because they don't make as much money.
Mm-mm.
You know, like current day CFL minimum wage is $60,000 Canadian, and the best players get paid. I think the best player in the league gets paid 400,000 Canadian. So it's not
They
like
get
they're making
400,000
crazy
Canadians. Where do you keep all those people?
There's a lot of issues because they pay them in that, and then they get charged with trafficking when they try to cross the border.
Exactly.
It's an
That's wrong,
issue.
Mike.
100%,
I
100%.
thought you Canadians were supposed to be nice.
Mike
No,
has
no,
been
polite.
avoiding it
Trafficking
for
polite.
people.
years.
Yeah.
We're not nice. We're polite.
Polite.
Do you have any more crime there, JT?
I do. A Texas man accused of a hit and run apparently hit the victim so hard that the body flew up into the air and into the car's passenger seat.
Oh, Jesus.
Even stranger, the driver didn't notice the body next to him in the car and drove another 40 miles before passing out in a Jack in the Box restaurant in White Settlement, Texas. If there was a Texas town,
White settlements?
White Settlement, Texas. I could not make that shit up. Officers were called to the restaurant for a welfare check on a man who appeared to be slumped over the steering wheel of a gray Kia Forte four-door passenger car. I am going to share what that looked like. There you go. The responding deputy noted that the car had extensive front end, hood, and windshield damage. The officer also noted something else, quote, a human body with no signs of life in the front passenger seat.
How did the
driver
body
later-
get in there?
He hit it so hard
It went
that
in through
body
the
went
window.
through the windshield.
Oh, the
as,
windshield. Okay,
like
sorry.
an animal, like bad. So he was a 31-year-old from Arlington, Texas. He was asked to step out of the vehicle and he was detained. Investigators think that the impact of the accident was so intense that the pedestrian was thrown inside the vehicle and landed in the passenger seat. The driver told police that he thought he struck a deer in Dallas and just continued driving to the Jack in the Box.
Jesus.
He never reported the collision to police. White Settlement Police Chief Christopher Cook, related to James Cook, maybe, told the state that is right, Captain James Cook. I'm not crazy.
I think so.
Okay. Well, it's very
I
unfortunate.
know Captain Hook.
Captain Hook.
That's all I. That's all.
It's very unfortunate. This is the police chief. It's very unfortunate that he did not realize that this was a human being and to stop and render aid and call for help. No shit. When you're impaired to this level, where you hit a pedestrian on the roadway and you think it's an animal, that's a significant impairment.
And that's an hour drive. Like 40 miles is an hour, right?
Well, we
So
all
he
know
drove-
Texas's speed limit is like 80, isn't it? So
So's ours. So's Missouri's.
is it really?
75, 80. Well,
I don't
75.
remember.
Maybe we go 80. You can go to 80 without really getting pulled over.
Yeah, 80 is kind of like the reckless.
Right.
That's like the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is, as of December 18th of 2023, he was in custody at White Settlement Jail on a pending charge of intoxication manslaughter, which noted that he had 2 previous arrests for DWI, including a conviction 2 years prior. The victim wasn't identified, but they, let's see. Authorities will test them. The remain. Okay, so here. Okay, the victim hasn't been identified, but the Dallas County Sheriff's Office notified White Settlement Police on Sunday of a crash Saturday night on I-30 where human remains were found. Authorities will test them to see if they match the remains of the body found in the car. Once
no.
identified, the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office will release the name publicly after the victim's loved ones have been notified.
So
That's
not,
ridiculous.
It wasn't even a whole body in
No.
the car.
No.
Oh
Jesus.
my gosh.
That's
How
so
are you
awful.
that drunk? How are you upright and that intoxicated? Really? Oh my gosh.
No idea. I mean, that's really. I mean, that's you know the old comedian, and I will call him old. Dane Cook used to have a joke about getting hit so hard that your shoes fall off,
Mhm.
and I think this takes that to new levels.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. But the fact fact that he drove 40 miles with a body next
40
to him and not
miles.
even knowing it.
Not-
I mean, how drunk do you have to be?
With your windshield out, you
Right.
think
Yeah.
it's kind of breezy in here, right?
Just a little. Well, he
Where's-
said he thought he hit a deer, but oh dear, you're wrong, sir. Like,
You-
maybe he was
you
in
wouldn't
such
drive
shock.
for
I don't know.
40 miles with the wind. I mean, because it wouldn't just take half your windshield; it would take all your windshield. You would think,
You'd think.
correct? And
Yeah,
the
I mean, I
windshield would
suppose
have
so.
to come down on him.
the only other option is if like he had a sunroof and the body flipped and went in. But that
picture you
seems
sent- the picture
Or
showed
was
what
he
he
Ace
looked like.
Ventura driving out the window?
I mean, it just seems like Weekend at Bernie's, you know?
Yeah.
The
Just-
hood's up, and you would think the hood would even the wind would come under the hood, and it would flip the hood up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's wild to me. Just
Unreal.
so that's my
Yep.
final crime.
Don't drink and
All
drive,
right.
kids.
Raccoon plunges parts of Toronto into darkness after mishap at power utility.
Aww.
Raccoon. Wait, hold on a
Ooh.
second. I got to hear some of this story because I feel like I'm about to feel bad.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fried raccoon. It's on the menu this evening.
So this was on February 2nd. A lone Toronto raccoon was able to cut power to nearly 7,000 people in the city's downtown core on Thursday night, highlighting the fraught coexistence between residents of Canada's largest urban center and the divisive trash pandas. So Hydro One, Ontario's power utility, said a raccoon made contact with equipment at a downtown station on Thursday night, plunging swaths of the city into darkness. The loss of power also temporarily disrupted service on a key subway line and shut water off.
One little 15 to 20 pound animal just
Yeah.
brought the complete city to its knees.
He said, "This is my town. You stole it."
So it said that the Toronto Fire Service said the power outage also left residents trapped inside elevators. Oh, one little thing. So the outage started at 7:40 p.m. and was fully resolved within 3 hours. The culprit, whose fate remains
Wait.
unknown, will inevitably join the growing pantheon of famed Toronto raccoons: the donut thief, the freeloading subway rider, the baseball fan, the airport traveler, and the financer. I think I might have to click on one of those and see what that's about.
You guys got some slow news days up there.
Heck yeah. In
You know,
Canada's largest city.
I can
See, this
picture
is what
two
happens-
raccoons. Oh, go
What?
ahead. No,
No,
go
go
ahead, JT.
No,
I was like,
no,
I can
you-
picture two raccoons, and one's going, "What are we going to do tonight, Rocky? We're going to take over the world.
Take over Toronto.
Brilliant
Yarf.
plan, Rocky."
It also it says at least a day after the city was in darkness, it was unclear if the raccoon was dead or not. But there was a candlelight sidewalk vigil.
Oh,
So see, listen,
well, Rocky.
America, this is what happens when you don't have active shootings every day. You can get news about raccoons and other things. Imagine that. That's all it's worth it.
and it would be
Yeah.
worth it. Mhm.
Worth it. I want to hear
Uh,
a news story about a bear. One time.
Oh yeah,
So a raccoon family took over a bank in 2017. What is this one?
not a
Uh,
Monopoly game.
Wait,
like a
wait.
real bank, right?
And they were masked too, you know?
Yeah, right.
Their little hands. Have you ever
Oh,
They
seen
add
those?
it-
I love
I do too.
raccoons.
So in Midtown Toronto, they annexed the ceiling of part of the bank as their territory. The raccoons broke into the ceiling of Royal Bank of Canada branch at St. Clair.
I claim this land.
I once talked to a woman who had a raccoon. She was a rehabber, right? So she
Mhm.
lived with it. And I'm like, she described having a raccoon as living with a toddler who has roid rage and going through menopause.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. She's
Oh.
like, she couldn't even keep child locks on anything because within a day it could figure out the child lock. I mean, she's like, they're brilliant and they are a mess.
They figure trash cans
Yeah.
out like
Oh.
there's no tomorrow.
This
I mean, it
is
doesn't matter
this is
what
fucking
trash can.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Again in 2017, raccoons broke into Toronto Pearson Airport and would poke their head down of where that one of the tiles came out of the ceiling, and they poke their head down at the baggage claim. I'll send you the link to that picture. I think it should work here.
Toronto's got some pretty. That's funnier than I could have ever thought it was. He said,
I'm loving
"Hello?"
this.
What's that mean
almost-
with the cat that comes through the ceiling? The god. Do you remember that?
Uh-uh.
The god cat is watching you masturbate or something like that. That was the meme.
Every time
Or ceiling cat.
every-
They call it ceiling cat. Yeah.
This is
Ceiling
hilarious.
raccoon.
2017 had no news because there was also a raccoon that rode the subway in Toronto. And what's this last one here?
That
That's
raccoon
cute.
almost looks like a panda, like a small, I mean, like a red panda.
And the donut thief
Well,
was
that's
2015. Oh my god, I'm sending this image to and for people that are listening, you can just go to the links.
I'm telling you, that raccoon's face is adorable.
It is.
I just sent another one.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. They're so smart. They're so smart.
They
Got
sure
those
are.
Opposable thumbs.
It's amazing we haven't domesticated them yet.
They don't want to be domesticated because they can domesticate us.
We we
I'd
are
do anything they'd
Americans.
ask.
We domesticate anything. Have you ever seen Tiger King?
Oh, they didn't get domesticated.
No, you're right.
They
It's a
just knew
bad
the food
example.
source. All right, JT, go.
They're
All
just
right,
waiting
so
for dinner.
Yeah.
I've got myself an update. I don't know if you remember, just a little while ago, I talked about the Guinness World Record for the world's oldest dog. Do you remember this?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I do.
Okay, so this is in Lisbon. It was so they said that the dog passed away, broke a record that had been held since 1939. He passed away at 29 years and 5 months. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. The new record was 31 years and 165 days. The old record was 29 years and 5 months. But Guinness World Record said on Tuesday it was conducting a formal review of the world's oldest dog title it gave to a Portuguese dog named Bobby, who died last year. The move follows complaints by veterinarians who raised doubts over his age. Bobby, who died in October of last year, was declared the world's oldest dog in February. His breed, traditionally used as sheepdogs, has a normal life expectancy of 12 to 14 years. And a spokesman for Guinness World Records said the review into Bobby's record was ongoing and included looking over evidence again, seeking new evidence, reaching out to experts and those linked to the original application. Quote, while our review is ongoing, we have decided to temporarily pause applications on both the record titles for the oldest dog living and oldest dog ever until all of our findings are in place and have been communicated. Bobby's owner said in a statement on Tuesday that after his dog's death, quote, an elite within the veterinary world tried to give people the idea that his life story was not true. According to Costa, some vets were upset because he attributed Bobby's longevity to factors including a steady diet of human food rather than pet food, which he said was often recommended by those in the sector. Quote, everything would be different if we had said he ate pet food for 3 decades, Costa said, adding that all requirements requested by GWR were met. No actions yet been taken. It added that any action would be determined by the review's outcome. So yeah, I mean, this dog looked good for 31.
Yeah.
Jen, have you seen a
I
picture of this
haven't.
dog?
Are you saying that they lied on his birth certificate?
Possibly.
age?
Yes, he wasn't really from here. But I did.
Was he from
did-
Africa? Or was it what did they always ask for Obama's birth
Oh.
certificate? What was it?
Yeah, that was a Trump special.
Now, see,
Oh,
if
I
the dog
know.
was a female, then I would believe that they fudged the certificate because you always want to.
Well, they made
Well,
they
no,
made her older.
They made her older, not younger. That's right.
Yeah.
But I did put a
Yeah.
link to the dog's picture in the chat.
Aw, look at it.
Yeah.
Doesn't-
Doesn't look super old, but you
It's
never
not
know.
gray at all.
No, there's like no gray on the face.
Uh-uh.
I mean,
Looks like he's having a hard time sitting up. That's for
average
sure.
life expectancy
Yeah.
12 to 14, 31 years. I mean, that dog shouldn't be moving at all.
Yeah, it doesn't look there. And usually when animals get that old, they start to lose weight, and that's obviously
yeah.
not the case here.
Yeah, Ramona is 11 and she's lost a lot of
Mhm.
weight. I mean, she looks every bit 11. So
I wish
Right.
I would lose weight as I got older.
It's so
Right.
hard. It's hard to keep away from the kibble,
It's so hard to keep away from
the
We-
beverages.
beer.
Adult.
All beverages with
He's
lots of
cute.
sugar
He's a
in
cute puppy.
oh, it's
Yeah.
totally
it.
adorable.
Well, like,
So that's my follow up on that one.
Nice.
So that makes me sad, but if I find another follow up, I'll definitely let you know. All right, so this is in Rome. An Italian province is turning to DNA tests to tackle the scourge of dog mess on the streets. Once a dog DNA registration database is up and running, street cleaners and health officials in Bolzano will be able to collect abandoned poop, have it genetically tested, and then trace the
Uh-huh.
owners, who will face fines of 50 to 500 euros or $54 to $540. Any owner who
I'm into
refuses-
this.
right?
100%.
Any owner who refuses the DNA profiling for their dog will face fines of 292 to 1,048 euros.
Done.
They're apparently having a really bad time, but they're creating a database for almost 40,000 dogs in the area, and about 10,000 have already been registered. Law enforcement could only catch 3 or 4. Let's see. Bolzano receives a few hundred complaints a year from citizens about improper management of public land. More than half are for dogs. Law enforcement could only catch 3 or 4 of them because they have to go there and set up some kind of stakeout. DNA registration will become compulsory from around late March. Owners will be expected to have blood tests for their dogs in municipal dog shelters or vet clinics. He didn't give an estimated cost for the project.
a lot more
yeah,
than it's worth, I'm sure.
probably. This is Bolzano is a mountainous German-speaking province near Austria, has a wide autonomy in making its rules. Zambato said other Italian cities have been in touch to potentially replicate the law. We do have, I think Canada does too, but a DNA database for animals too. And
Not
that's
sure,
do?
truthfully.
well, Mike, you remember I covered that story for Prince Edward Isle where the dog was the cat was the key component of solving the crime.
Yeah, a little bit.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
I think that along with a couple other things kind of created that DNA database. But there is one in the States. Now we don't sign anything that says yes, you can share it. But there are you really don't need to, right? Because everybody does those dog ancestry things to figure out what the breed their dogs are. So I mean, they kind of have a database already, right?
Yeah. And I'm sure when you bring your dogs in for vaccinations and stuff, it probably gets done too.
Yeah.
I had
Jen,
to
you
laugh
look
because
confused.
no, I was just thinking, back in grade school, they used to tell us that there was gum on the floor or something. They could take it in and test it to make sure who had the gum. So that's kind of what it reminded me of. Did
Now
that
they
not
can.
have anything happen? Did that not go into your school? I know I'm old, but oh
I mean,
yeah. They're like, if you drop your gum, we can always tell who it is because we can test the saliva. And it
And
was a
my
way to
res-
scare us, not to chew gum.
my response would have been that's very expensive. It takes a little while. And how many rape kits are there that they're not testing? They're not going to focus on the gum.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on. This
Actually,
was
you
in
know
the
what? They probably would.
1970s and 80s it was what I'm talking about. That's what they were telling us.
Jason,
But
you
yeah.
have no faith. They would go
Okay.
after litter before they'd go after rape kits, unfortunately.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. And that's all I thought of. Like when I read this story, that's literally all I could think of. But I don't know what Italy, I don't know what Austria, I don't know what their deal is on that front. It's got to be better than what we
No,
have here. But
I was thinking what a waste of money. And I know people not picking up after their pets is a huge pet peeve of mine too. And I have animals, but I can't imagine spending that much of your budget
yeah,
on that.
that's what's interesting though, right? And I totally glossed over this, but I mean, managing the database does cost money, right?
Mhm.
And creating the program initially, but then it just kind of runs itself and you've already got it. But they're not paying to have the blood tests for the owner's dogs. The owners are paying for these tests.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that
can't
is
tell me-
65 to 100 euros.
And you're
So-
not telling me that people are all on board on this.
Oh, no, not at all. But I mean, if they want to avoid the 1,000+ fine, then yeah.
But just add it to that cost of the vaccinations or whatever you already have to do.
I mean, we couldn't even get people to wear masks here. There's no way they're
Thank you. I was
There's
going to
no
bring
way
that
they're
up too.
testing their damn dogs. So
We can't get them to wear them here anymore.
If
but
you
we
can't
did for
get them
quite
to
a
pick
while.
up if you can't get them to pick up after their pet, you're not going to get them to pay €100 for a blood test.
Yeah,
So,
but then it was like €1,000 as a fine. So
we
But you
can't
gotta
get people
catch
to
'em
move their
first.
broken down cars out of their front
Gotta catch 'em
lawn.
all.
So
you got a pet license and you don't have a friggin' DNA test, you're fired.
You're
half of the people around here
yeah.
don't even vaccinate their like rabies shots.
that is so bad.
or anything like
is-
that. Oh, I know.
People
This
are
summer-
stupid.
This summer, my youngest daughter decided to go try to catch this stray cat, and she got scratched. And they're like, yeah, you might want to go check to get rabies because the month
Yep.
prior, they found a bunch of kittens not too far from where we are that had rabies.
Yeah.
So it was a good time
That's expensive.
worrying about
Ugh.
rabies.
Even
Yeah.
here.
That's one of I won't say where, but my wife, that's one of the biggest things that workers' comp pays out where she works is cat scratches and cat
Mhm.
bites because of just how bad it could be. And there was one person who had a scratch. I think they overnight it ended up like blowing up on their hand, and it
Mhm.
like you could see whatever infection was coming down the hand, and I was like
Yep.
too long, waited too long.
Yeah,
Like it's
too long.
dangerous.
Oh yeah, the minute she came home with that, we called the vet, not her vet, but we called her doctor.
I mean, it depends on the day, right?
It does, exactly. And they prescribed antibiotics right away.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like we had to wait, and they're like, well, you can come in and get shots or whatever,
Yeah.
but it is rare, but it's still.
Oh, absolutely. And cat scratch fever is a real thing.
Mhm.
Like it's not just a Ted Nugent song.
Mhm.
So
My brother was in a band when I was little, and he was a teenager, and that's the only thing they knew how to play was nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. They only knew that riff, and they would practice in the garage, which was right below my bedroom. So like
Oh,
forever,
jeez.
I hear that. Nah, 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 nah. That's all they knew how to
Yeah.
play. But they practiced for like
all the
a
time.
month.
fucking Ted Nugent.
I just looked. If you want to get the rabies vaccine as a preemptive thing in Canada,
Mhm.
it's 3 doses and it's $250 a pop.
Mhm.
Now, if you
you
get
can only imagine what it is here.
Mhm.
well, if you get scratched here and there's a possibility you'll get it for free, but if you just want to go get it like a travel vaccine or whatever, so you don't get it, then it's expensive as fuck.
Let's see. It looks like rabies vaccines with a coupon each are about $394.80 or something like that.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh.
And that was full price.
Oh
$250.
shoot! In England, the drug to treat rabies exposure costs $1,600. Oh wait, here in the U.S., hospitals charge $10,000. There you go. You're welcome. Did you want your kid to go to college, or do you want to die from rabies? Which one? Pick.
Yeah. Well, that's with any kind of healthcare thing, right? Do you want to get your
Although
broken leg fixed, or do you want a semester of school?
Right.
that exposure medication in England would be covered by NHS or whatever it's called, probably.
Well,
Let's see.
Like
this is where I send that gif of the well, aren't you fancy?
Well, wait, here's an article that I just looked up in April 22, Washington, D.C. They found some foxes and somebody got bit, and their first treatment was $15,000.
yeah, like here, post-exposure treatment is covered by like Ontario Health Insurance, so I'm sure it's same in most of Canada. So yeah, if you get it, then it's free. But if you want to not get it, it costs you $250 per.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Well,
And
let's move.
55,000 people undergo the treatment every year here in the United
Oh,
States.
I believe it. I believe it.
Maybe that's what we could do to make money, guys. We could start a roving rabies clinic.
yes, I will release the animals, and then you bring in the clinic.
Exactly. Well, speaking of a rabid animal,
Oh god.
Some people think I'm an alien. I mean, would you rather have like a gasoline-powered cell phone or a battery-powered cell phone? I mean, it was like no-brainer, you know?
I don't really have a business plan.
Yeah, I haven't had I had a business plan way back. It was 2 days. Much less than we spend on healthcare, but maybe more than we spend on lipstick. You know, something like that. And I like lipstick, so like I've got anything against it.
Oh no, the car exploded.
Like if you had like crack cocaine on Mars, like in pre-packaged, pallets, it still wouldn't make sense to transport it back here.
I fucking hate him so much.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
All right. So some Cybertruck owners are already reporting rust spots on their trucks.
There it is.
It's only been out since December.
Are we
Does that
surprised?
news article say why?
No. 4 years after its reveal, the Tesla Cybertruck actually reached production with a stainless steel body. That means it stands out on just about any road on Earth, but it also comes with some obvious drawbacks. The biggest is that a massive surface of bare metal fully exposed to the elements creates a unique rusting risk. At least 2 Cybertruck owners have already reported rusting issues on an enthusiast forum, which is kind of sad in itself.
That's pathetic. A Tesla enthusiast forum.
Everybody needs
I'm not
going to
judge you if you're on it, but come on. Tesla
so yeah,
owners are like vegetarians. They're like the modern vegetarians where if you're a Tesla owner, they have to tell you that they have a Tesla. Just like they have to let you know.
Well, I'm sorry, but that goes for podcasters too.
Oh, that's absolutely
You
true.
know?
That is 100% true.
Oh, I have a podcast.
But like when we say we have a podcast, just assume that we're utterly poor.
Thank you. Thank you.
We ain't making shit.
No. So there's a lot of other shit here, but it does say that some screenshots of the manual for the truck notes that the vehicle does not have a clear coat and includes specific instructions about removing potentially hazardous materials from the stainless steel surface before corrosion can form.
Yeah.
Well, they never said it was rust proof, right? So
No,
Yeah.
they said it was stainless.
There's two.
You can
two
spill
questions
coffee
that
on it and be fine.
It does say here, the section does not note rain, but it does mention other common roadside elements like oil, tree resin, dead bugs, and road salt as potential problems worth dealing with immediately.
I read a story that dead bugs were some of the causes of these issues.
Yeah.
So like, I have a question too, and it's different than the rusting side. But if you have a vehicle that is stainless steel in the noonday sun, how does anybody else drive on the road with you?
Yeah. Reflective as hell, hotter than balls.
I mean, you don't have fingerprints on your car. Great, but like everything
Also,
else sucks.
Most road safety is designed off of crumple zones. And if
Right.
you've got a big friggin' stainless steel box, it's not going to crumple very well.
I will say this, and I'm only saying this because the person was okay, but I was caught in traffic this morning and an accident had just happened and a Tesla got destroyed. Just
Oof.
there was, and I will say, this is the other problem is that it got destroyed, but then when I passed by, and I know that's how I knew they were okay, no airbags deployed at all. The entire back was crunched. No
So it's
airbags.
It was like a tuna can, pretty much.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like the back looked like an accordion. So it's just like, what does it take? You know, obviously, like that's why I have Hyundai and Kia is because they're so strong. Like we've hit something. We hit a tree trunk that we didn't see going about 55.
Oh geez.
And it only went maybe a foot in. Now it totaled the car, but it did not crunch the whole front. It only crunched like a foot and a half of the car. And like I feel as if that tree trunk would be in your lap in a Tesla.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Well,
So-
didn't I see a video of the truck, the Tesla truck? It couldn't even like go up a hill that had like a little bit of snow on it or
didn't-
something like that.
Didn't do great, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm in Missouri, and so we like our trucks in Missouri, right? And it was
Missouri.
laughable. I mean,
But not an
Yeah.
electric truck.
not an electric. Well, Oh.
Yeah.
Ford T150s or whatever they're 350s. I don't know.
450, 550, 650.
The ones that you need like a step ladder to get in.
The ones,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
ones with the wide hips that have 2 wheels on the back.
Mm-hmm.
The
I
wide
call
hips.
them wide hips. I've called them that since I was in high school.
Yeah.
You're hilarious. They're in misery.
They see it's
Trust
those
me,
trucks
it's
that give
misery.
birth to the 150s.
Yes. You need those hips.
Right
Them
out
are
the
truck
tailgate.
bearing hips.
Truck.
Truck bearing hips.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
I almost want that to become a thing, but I feel like I'd
Get it on
slapped.
a shirt. You can get it on a shirt.
Well, that's
Put it
you
on
know
a
what
shirt.
though. Have
Stitch
you
it on a
seen the
pillow.
new Ford Maverick? That's coming from one of those trucks. They're cute.
Ford Maverick.
They actually are a really cute truck, but they're small.
I don't
Like,
have
think-
enough testosterone in my body for a truck.
Old Chevy S10s. It's kind of like that.
See, you're saying words and numbers, and I
My
don't
sister had one of those.
Oh, I mean, they're
Had.
cool. I think
Yeah,
I could
they're
I
cute.
could pass in that truck. I'd get out with my fingernail polish, and people would be confused, but it'd be fine.
Yeah,
I've never been a truck person, but
I don't
you,
like trucks.
I
either.
drive a Subaru. We just got a Subaru, first time ever.
Ooh,
Totally love it. I had it for a couple months when a huge ass deer jumped in front of me and only needed body work.
That's amazing.
And the deer slid about 200 yards after I hit it.
At least you didn't
but-
drive 40 miles afterwards.
Thank you. But
And
I've
hey,
been driving a Subaru.
but yeah, the Subarus are awesome. I never had
now that
one.
you have a Subaru, you can get a girlfriend too.
I could get me a wolf type dog.
My parents have one now,
Half-Life?
and they love it. My dad had a Mazda truck in the 90s for like
Oh wow.
a year.
Mhm.
And then realized that the jump seats in the back probably not the safest for his kids. So,
Mhm.
so that went away.
You guys got
Yeah, no.
seats for your kid? You guys got seats?
They
we
were the jump
didn't.
seats that folded down on the sides, so you were riding sideways in the truck.
Yeah, smash.
Lucky.
Yeah.
When
I
my
know.
grandpa, when we would ride with my grandpa in the truck, we got to sit on the wheel wells in the back of the truck. And the bed. We
Nice.
fought over who got to sit on the wheel wells in the truck.
Nice.
And I walked uphill both ways in the snow.
Oh, I'd never walk uphill. I'm too pretty to walk uphill.
You just, yep. All right, so this happened in January 30th of this year. A
Mm.
Pizza Hut eatery in
Mm.
Ontario gained infamy online.
Ontario. Come on
Ontario.
now. Ontario.
I always overthink it. Gained infamy online. Dude, listen, it's not white settlement, so I don't know what to do. Gained infamy online due to an unfortunate typo in a posted sign. Now, the restaurant in Timmins posted a sign on its door that was meant to inform customers that the dining room would be closed due to unforeseen circumstances. But a spelling error or interference from autocorrect led to it instead blaming unforeseen circumcisions.
Yep, I saw this.
It
Wow.
says, due to
I no
unforeseen-
longer want ham and pineapple.
Due to unforeseen circumcisions, the dining room will be closed this evening. Sorry for the inconvenience. You need to apologize to the guy who had the unforeseen circumcision.
It was a
Yep.
brisket, right? Brisket.
So,
Oh.
the Timmins and District Hospital Foundation also jumped on the viral image, writing on Facebook, "Hey, Timmins Pizza Hut, stick to pizza. We'll handle the circumcisions." Mark Gerard, general manager of the Pizza Hut, made light of the spelling error with a new sign posted for a $5 pizza deal. In light of recent circumstances, the sign reads, going on to quip that the deal has no tip required.
Oh man.
I want to get
That's
him
good.
on the... Listen, I appreciate somebody who can like laugh at themselves.
Yeah.
Well, you have to with something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you, I mean, what,
Hilarious.
yeah, like I want him on to be on the show.
Why the long pork?
At least it was long. Well, it was. I don't know how bad that unforeseen circumcision was. It could have been in a back alley. Ooh, a back alley circumcision.
Oh, that sounds like a hospital visit.
It's a BAC.
Ugh.
I take it back.
The little
Well.
sausage pizza.
Oh. George Takei shared the image, writing, "Typos are my worst enema."
I love him.
He's so good.
He's
He is a
great.
national treasure.
Oh
Yes.
my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
My. That was awesome.
What?
Yours, JT.
Oh,
that was
That's
awesome.
great.
thanks.
I'm trying to.
Well, that's my
they should
food.
have capitalized it and made some kind of foreskin pizza, right? Like take bologna and make like little rings
What
Well,
or
I mean,
something.
This
They
is where you
just
have to do a calamari pizza.
Yeah, something like
I
Calamari.
that.
wouldn't eat it.
and Italian sausages.
Yeah. What two great tastes.
Too. I mean, it's perfect.
And call it
Ugh.
the bris, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, or we could just get we could get the kid who tapes the fish to the ATMs. We'll use it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
For the
Get the
brisket pizza,
raccoons.
though, that's got to be
Call
the
the raccoons.
brisket box.
The brisket.
In this, it doesn't need to be a pizza. It needs to be like a wrap. It's
Yeah.
just-
You could call that the wrap the snip.
the snip.
The snip. The snip.
Do you want it snipped or unsnipped?
Less circumcision.
Get a free ice
No
pack.
anchovies. Oh my.
You have a buy 10 get one free circumcision. That's one of those things. You only
I'll be
need it
quality
once.
control.
What a shitty card. what a shitty card. Oh, God.
Oh man.
Where else are you going to hear about circumcisions and pizza?
Truly.
Just the Brew
truly.
Crime Report. That's about it.
I'm afraid being famous isn't the same as being a true hero.
That's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Please clear the set. That's a wrap.
All right. Kanye West learns the definition of consequences, claims he can't book venues after numerous controversies.
Oh, boo fucking who, you
Right?
Semite.
Yeah, so more than 1 year after Kanye West effectively imploded his career, he is beginning to understand the actions, or that actions often come with consequences, even for him. In a recent Instagram post, which he has since deleted, the rapper sought the help of his followers to book arenas to perform in. In the past year, he claims he has only been able to perform at Chicago's United Center because other venues have stated that they don't have any open availability for him.
It's like it's like that one dude who's like asking you on a date and he's like, "Are you free Friday?" "Oh, I'm sorry, I got a study session." "What about Saturday?" "Oh no, I'm going to the library." "What about Sunday?" "Oh no." You just keep coming up with reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, it says that he embarked on his targeted anti-Semitic rants. During one particular outburst, the rapper declared his plan to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Yeah.
I hate
So
him so much.
Well, he's in trouble because he sampled something from Ozzy.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
why don't I
And
jump
Donna
to that
Summer?
right now?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
No, I can
No.
go to that one.
Ozzy's reaction was phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Yes.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Shows
Ozzy
that he has
Osbourne
some
blasted
life.
Kanye West on social media Friday, claiming the rapper used a recording of Black Sabbath song without Osbourne's permission and against his will. And he
Warpig,
actually
right?
released it on a song, which is nuts. How do you ask for permission, not get it, and still release it? Like, that's a lawsuit.
Well, he did the same thing with Donna Summer's estate too. Like
Yeah.
the same, like a couple days later, they came out and said that. Unreal.
It is unreal.
So it
And I
says
think,
on
like-
Friday. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mike.
So say on Friday, Osbourne put the following message on his social media. Kanye West asked permission to sample a section of 1983's live performance of Iron Man from the U.S. festival without vocals and was refused permission because he is an anti-Semite and has caused untold heartache to many. And then he said he went ahead and used the sample anyways at his album listening party last night. I want no association with this man. And of course, Sharon Osbourne, who does all his business management and stuff, they're considering legal action.
They should.
Yeah, and 100% should. 100%.
No, I think the only time you can sample is if it's a parody, and that's why Weird Al gets like
Yes, permission.
But he he gets permission.
He had an amazing idea for a song once and had all the lyrics written. He asked permission. The guy said no, and he tossed it out.
Exactly.
And parody is allowed regardless, but he didn't anyways.
So he apparently cut the sample from the album, replacing it with a Sabbath-esque bass line. And that I'm kind of reading an update. I don't know if you have this, Mike. Do you have an update?
No, I don't know. No.
Okay. So it says that would be the end of it normally, but Kanye can't just leave things alone. In an Instagram story posted to his account, which you can check out, he shared what looks like a screenshot of a text message he sent. In it, he shares a photo of Ozzy and his wife Sharon Osbourne dressed as the rapper and his wife Bianca Cesori for Halloween. In a follow-up text, West said, quote, he obviously has a celebrity handler who's on his account. I just like... So,
his celebrity handler is probably Sharon Osbourne.
Right. Remember, he said, remember, this isn't the first time West has gotten involved in some way with the metal world. It wasn't even a month ago that he was pictured wearing a Burzum shirt, which naturally generated some controversy. It became such huge news that convicted arsonist, murderer, and self-described racist Kristen Varg
Vikernes, I think it is.
Yes, praised West for his courage.
Jesus Christ. Wow. It's crazy when a guy that loves like the KKK and stuff in the States, although he's from Europe, is praising Kanye West.
Oh, you know there's trouble.
Yes.
Well, I will say kudos to Taylor Swift because the Super Bowl, supposedly she had him kicked out. Kanye
I heard that too.
Ticket because he wanted to share some of Taylor's screen time. All 54 seconds of screen time that she got. Yeah, and she had him kicked out. So good for her.
Did you see
that's more than right wingers can last? So
did you see the meme that said men would think that 54 seconds is a long time?
Yeah, exactly. Especially those bro flakes, as they
mean
call
that little
them now.
Science fact. Not a meme. That's a little science fact.
It's a science. It is backed by science and math and reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like men really can't tell you how long 3 inches is. For true.
But like 3 inches Canadian or American, you know?
I can't do the math on that. I don't know.
Yeah, what's the conversion there? I don't know.
Yes.
We need to ask those 400,000 Canadians that are being trafficked.
Mike said centimeters are smaller.
Well, it's true, right?
Yes, they are. Yes.
True. Very true.
Oh,
but see, you measure in centimeters, so it sounds a lot better.
That's true.
Yes. Actually, no, it's I'm gonna measure it in millimeters. Times it by 10, motherfuckers.
700 millimeters. I don't know.
You guys never said there'd be math tonight.
We don't usually have it. Usually I'm drinking, so that's my fault.
What is that in inches?
He's looking up.
That'd be 27.5 inches. That's pretty big.
There's no cause for weapons here.
I'd be sitting on the bus and I'd be like, see that person over there? Got him.
Yikes. And that also you'd pass out.
Offensive to somebody who's listening, I am sure.
Oh, shit.
I would have asked for consent first.
Yes.
Well, here's a little, I don't have the news story, but I do know this because, you know, I can't think of Kanye without thinking about the Kardashians, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
It seems like Khloe Kardashian was doing pictures for Valentine's Day. And, you know, they love their Photoshops and their like face tuning and stuff. Well, she took a picture of her cat, and I guess she didn't have she face tuned the picture of the cat. The cat looks absolutely fake. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. It's like
Kardashian cat photo.
it's a gray cat. It's got a pink collar on it, and it looks like it's a cartoon or some kind of doll cat.
Wow.
It's hilarious. But I mean,
I'm kind of sad that one of the actors I really like is now dating Kylie Jenner, so part of that family.
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet. Yeah.
What? Wonka? No.
Oh,
no, you guys actually
no.
saved me
Dune.
coming down
Paul
here.
Atreides.
Yes, I was going to say you saved me because my husband was going to make me watch Dune, and yeah, I got your text.
We just
That's
went back
probably
to
why.
the theaters to watch Dune Part 1 again, and then we've got tickets already for Dune Part 2 on March 1st.
It's a good show, but
it's
if you're not
fucking
into that,
amazing.
then we saved you. I don't know.
I know.
You know?
I like Zendaya. She's cute.
Oh yeah,
she's
going to be huge in the
great.
sequel.
Yeah.
I don't like that she's with my hall pass, but that's fine.
Oh, he is cute, isn't he?
He is adorable.
Spider-Man.
Did you see Zendaya's outfit at the Dune Part 2 release here? Let me find it. It is.
Yeah,
I
that
wanted
was
to talk
that was
about
why.
Tom's lip sync challenge. Can we talk about?
Go for it.
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Oh,
Let's see,
Mike.
lip syncing.
And that's her.
I saw his dance, the singing in the rain thing.
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Mike, have you seen it?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Damn it! I wanted a reason to play it.
Oh, shoot.
No, but he wanted me to watch Dune because it's coming out soon and we've got to go see it. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
It is.
I need a nap.
Awesome.
What's his name? Aquaman. Jason.
I don't
Momoa?
think he'll be in
Momoa?
the sequel. I think he was in the first one for sure.
Oh, that's right. That didn't go well for him.
I will say that my friend Loretta, she actually does research and writing for me for our True Crime podcast. Her son, she posted the Lego thing. Oh yeah, she's something.
It's such a crazy outfit, and then it had butt cheeks out. It's like, holy shit, Zendaya.
She's young, she's cute, she's got the body. Do it, man. Seriously.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous.
I
There's
mean,
no
if
doubt
I
about
would
it.
be in that, no, I'd send people into shock. But
So would I.
she's do it. Seriously. That's just like Neil deGrasse right, Tyson?
yeah.
Right?
Do
That's
it.
That's an impressive outfit. I won't lie.
Yes.
There's no way that's comfortable. I mean,
No.
she looks like a knight of the round table.
Women
She
don't dress
changed
to
into
be
a
comfortable.
gorgeous black dress after that.
Oh, she did. That's so pretty.
Yeah.
She not
Share
only
that
changed
one with
into a
Jen.
dress, but she redid her
Oh,
hair.
she is. It feels
She's
weird for me
adorable.
because I've seen her since she was too young, but
Yes.
she's adorable. She's
And
gorgeous.
there's never any bad publicity about her either.
No.
Like she
Or
keeps her
Tom.
nose clean. Yes. Like seriously. So you got to
Wow.
appreciate that.
Another
And
younger actress that I really appreciate now is Selena Gomez.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like her too.
Murders in the Building is amazing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's fucking amazing in that.
Well,
You know
I'm sorry. I know people hate on Martin Short, but I love Martin Short and I love Steve Martin.
I mean,
I
Yeah.
think they're great.
Both of them are apparently dicks in real life, but they're funny as hell. So
They
Yeah.
seem to
they kind of
have,
earned it.
you know, won over Zendaya or
Crotchety old
Selena
man.
Gomez.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
she's fucking loving doing that show.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing to me that Zendaya wore more clothing than Florence Pugh, who is usually not wearing much
Yeah.
at
She's
all.
also gorgeous.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
She's a very pretty.
She's
woman.
another one that dresses in weird fashion, but God, yeah.
Well,
Love it. All right, we should end this.
Yes, we should. Yes, JT, go for it.
Well, thanks everybody for listening to the Brew Crime Report. We really appreciate it. Jen, thank you for joining us as a guest.
thank you for
host.
having me.
Oh, it was
Love
our
it. It's
pleasure.
always fun.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure. I can't so much our pleasure that I
Isn't it
cannot
supposed to be
stand up
for her
from this desk
pleasure?
right now. What?
I was along the same lines. Isn't it supposed to be for her pleasure?
Well, it is, but I'm selfish. So just
Yes.
like every other man.
Oh, JT.
That was awesome. Saving that.
It's it's funny because it's not entirely true. Okay. But thanks for joining us. You can find us on any social media by searching Brew Crime. We really hope you like this new format, or at least the new name. That's fun too. And then you can search for us on Patreon too. That's an enjoyable time. We do a lot of stuff there, and you can follow. This is not a great promotion of that. Nobody's gonna want to go after they hear this. Oh well.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
I've
they
been
will.
Let's
listening
just cut
to
it off.
Jessica Kirson.
Let's just cut it there. That's hilarious. So make sure to behave yourself, or fuck around and find out. You might find yourself on Brew Crime News.
For all of the sources of this episode of Brew Crime News, head to the Brew Crime podcast feed. This has been a production of Brew Crime.